Assalamualaikum and greetings to our lecturer Encik Muhammad Alba. My name is Muhammad Faiz Iqbal. First of all, I would like to thank you for guiding us in order for us to finish this project. For this project, we had to do an interview to a business where the objectivity is to gain the information about the business and also about the business accounting such as asset, liabilities, equities, and many more. So let's jump to the presentation. For the business that we have been chosen is Trio Brothers Account Service. This is a sole proprietorship type of business and be located at Bandar Baru, Bangis, Selangor. This company has started this business with 25,000 ringgit as the capital and has started it since 2018. For the business activity is they are doing buying, selling second and new aircon and also install and service the air conditioner. Why we choose this business is because they had a lot of achievement which they have been recognized by the Giat Mara, and also they need to prepare their financial statement and give it to all of the authorities. Next, I will pass to Miss Sophia.
Thank you, Mr. Faiz. Now, I will explain about the business characteristic of sole proprietorship for Trio Brothers Account and Services. For the first characteristic is no separate legal existence between business entity and the owner. So, what is separate legal entity? This is the concept is when a business separately record the transaction of business and its owner. But for Trio Brothers, which is sole proprietorship, the owner will not record any transaction when he take any inventories for his personal use, such as aircon for his own house. Okay, next characteristic is owned by one person. As you all know that sole proprietorship is owned by individual only. So how about their decision making? Before that, their decision making is the process of making choices by identifying a decision and assessing alternative resolution. Okay, for Trio Brothers decision making, the owner stated that he will discuss with his staff before making any decision, such as the date and the time that they need to deal with their customer for their work, which is their account services. Okay, the third characteristic is all profit go to the proprietor, which is the owner. Okay, the simple definition of profit is the net income earned by the business. Okay, for Trio Brothers, the owner will take all profit or loss after deducting the explicit cost of running the business, and his staff will receive a salaries every month from him. Move to the next characteristic, which is capital. Okay, what is capital? The capital is the money that the owner used to run his business. It is also known as owner's equity for a sole proprietorship. Okay, for Trio Brothers, the owner said that the capital is provided by the owner only to run his business. Okay, for the last characteristic is for the financial statement. Okay, for Trio Brothers, their financial statements such as statement of financial position and income statement will not disclose to the public, and it is not required by statute to be audited. That's all about the business characteristic of Trio Brothers. Next, I will pass to Miss Nabiha.
Thank you, Miss Sophia. Now I would like to explain about business item in the business Trio Brothers Account Service. Before I start, business items are divided by 5, which is asset, liabilities, capital, revenue, and expenses. First and foremost, asset can be defined by something valuable or useful. In business and accounting, asset have two classes, which is current asset and non-current asset. Non-current asset is asset acquired not for purpose of resale to be held for more than one accounting period. Trio Brothers have non-current asset, which is van and machine vacuum pump. Next, current asset can be defined by cash and asset acquired for resale and are expected to be convertible into cash within 1 year of balance sheet date. This business has current assets such as account receivable, inventories such as air conditioner, spare part air conditioner and tools. Moreover, a liability is something a person or company owes, usually a sum of money. Liabilities is divided into two, such as non-current liabilities and current liabilities. In the business trio brothers, they have no liabilities, neither non-current liabilities nor current liabilities, because this business will only conduct in cash. After that, owner's equity is a capital in business refers to the sum of financial assets that are required to produce goods or services. Trio brothers account service bring his own cash to start the business. Then, revenue is the total amount of income generated by the sale of goods or services related to the business. From selling air conditioner and service maintenance, the business will get the revenue. Finally, expense in the cost of operations that a business incurs to generate revenue. Expenses from this business, which is salary, general expenses, supplies, petrol expenses, and utilities. So that's all from me. Next, I will pass to Miss Aidila.
Thank you, Miss Nabiha. Okay, so next I will explain about how this business process and records its financial transaction or what is their accounting cycle. But before that, we would like to apologize because we cannot provide example of this business accounting documents except their sources of document because the owner said that it is their business PNC, as you can see from this conversation. Okay, back to our main point. Firstly, accounting cycle is a collective process of identifying and analyzing and recording the accounting event of a company or an organization. It starts with source of document. A source document is an original document that contains the details of business transaction. According to our interview, the owner said that the source of documents for his business is only received when do a transaction such as buying and selling goods and services. This business will do transaction only with cash. From that transaction, they will receive receipt from suppliers as their source of document, so that they don't have any transaction on credit, and that's why they don't have any liabilities in their business like have been mentioned by Miss Nabiha just now. So this is the example of their source of document. Next is journal. The purpose of journal is to detail all financial transactions of a business and make a note of the account that are affected, such as debit account and credit account. From our interview, after receive receipt, this business will record the transaction they have made in their cash book or journals daily. They record their transaction by using double entry system method. For your information, when a transaction is recorded in company's journal, it's usually recorded by using double entry system method, but it can also be recorded by using single entry method of bookkeeping. Besides, this business use Microsoft Excel application to prepare journals since they don't have any accounting system in their business. Next, we move to ledger. Ledger account encompasses all the transaction data needed to produce the income statement, balance sheet, and financial report. From our interview, the owner said to prepare ledger, they will transfer data from their journal into ledger. They also prepare ledger by using Microsoft Excel. This is to record all the transactions of their business. Transactional data in their business in their general ledger is classified as asset, liabilities, revenue, expenses, and owner's equity. Besides, they also said that they will record this information at the end of each month. Furthermore, trial balance. After ledger, this business will make trial balance to identify whether there is accounting error in their ledger and to ensure the entries in their business bookkeeping system are mathematically correct. For trial balance, they will record the carry forward amount from ledger periodically, which is at the end of each month. Then, they will record debit or credit balance in trial balance. Next, they will calculate the total of the debit column and the total of credit column. Then lastly, they will check if debit is equal to credit or not. Next is adjustment trial balance. What is adjustment trial balance? An adjusted trial balance is used to keep track of the transaction that the business or company made during one accounting cycle. To accomplish this, take your account balance and remove information regarding transactions that occurred outside of the accounting cycle, including this modification in trial balance will provide a more accurate description of financial activities, which can then be used to prepare financial statement. So, from our interview, Trio Brothers Account Service owner said that his business does not make any adjustment for their trial balance. And lastly is financial statement. This business next will prepare financial statements such as statement of profit and loss and statement of financial position. The general objective of financial statements are to convey information about organization, operation, financial position and cash flows. This business prepares statement of profit or loss to identify whether their business can profit or loss for each month, and they prepare statement of financial position to present true information about the business asset, liability and equity. So that's all from me. Now I will pass to Mr. Faiz for the next part.
But before that, this is an additional slide to conclude how Trio Brothers Account Service record their business.
Thank you, Miss Aidila. Next is strength and the weakness. From the interview, we had identified some of the strength and the weakness of this business. Let's start it with strength first. For the first one is keeping document, which this business is keeping all of their document in 2 copy, which is soft and hard copy. This can help them in order to prevent from losing any of their documents, and also they can do easily access any of their document when they're needed. Second one is transaction record. This business doing all of their transaction record daily. This can help them in order to prevent an error, which is missing any transaction record. Last but not least, for the strength is owner as the accountant. This business, the owner do all of the accounting process. As a small business, this can help them in order to save a lot of costs from hiring other people to do their accounting works. Next, let's look to the weaknesses. The first one is accounting knowledge. As we know that the owner do all of the accounting process. However, in the interview, we had identified that the owner is lacking of accounting knowledge. This can cause this business to occur a lot of accounting errors in their accounting process. And also, this business might not have a proper accounting process. So, this is one of the part from the interview that make us recognize that the owner is lack of accounting knowledge. During the interview, we need to explain about what is drawing. After we explain, the owner told us that he record all of the drawing transaction that have been made.
Ada buat ambilan barang daripada bisnes untuk kegunaan peribadi Encik. Dan Encik record ke?
Okey, memang macam saya memang akan ada rekod lah. Macam saya nak beli barang my person macam tools lah kebanyakan kan. So saya contoh saya nak beli tools, saya akan rekod apa yang saya beli, and then nanti yang rekod tu kita akan rekod ke komputer lah.
However, from this conversation, we asked the owner again whether he record all of the drawing transaction, and this time he said that he did not record any of the drawing have been made. Besides from the interview, we had another evidence to support this point, which is from this conversation. Next is not audited, which means is this business did not hire any accountant to do or review the accounting works, and also they're not hiring any auditor to audit their accounting process. This can cause them to unable to trace their accounting errors that have been made. Last but not least, for the weaknesses is accounting system, which this business did not use any accounting system in order for them to do the accounting process. This can cause them to take a lot of time in order to finish their accounting process. That's it from me. Next, I will pass to Miss Sophia.
thank you again, Mr. Faiz. So, from the weakness of not having an accountant and audit, we want to suggest how to overcome the weakness. Okay, our first section is the business should appoint an accountant and audit. This is because by appoint an accountant, it can help the business to review their work about the financial. And by upon the audit, it will help the business to detect any error that have been occurred. Okay, next solution, I will pass to Ms. Nabiha.
Thank you, Ms. Sofia. Next, our second suggestion on how this business can improve their weakness is create accounting system for their business, such as UBS system. By creating this system, we will not take more time in order to make accounting process. For example, ledger is known as a very time-consuming task because there are plenty of transactions to record and count. However, with an accounting system, all the procedures can be automated so that they can be finished quickly. So that's all from me. Next, I will pass to Ms. Aidila.
Thank you, Ms. Nabiha. So now we have reached at the end part of our presentation, which is conclusion. So to conclude, there are a lot of new knowledge and information that we gained after performing this assignment, especially that related to what is sole proprietorship business and how they record their business. This is also has made us understand more in depth about what is sole proprietorship business characteristic that we have learned in accounting subject and how its business owner applies it in their business. In addition, from this project, we also realized that how important it is to learn accounting when we want to open a business so that our business can grow successfully and not gain loss. So that's all from us. Thank you.